We have on the agenda some information from me for the board. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. Sorry to miss everyone last board meeting. I'm glad that we were able to get this working in December. Appreciate your time. Here's the holidays approach. We're very excited on some of these items here today to present to you, and then we're looking forward to starting the new year strong in 2025. The first topic I'd like to discuss with you all are the new social studies standards that we made available for public comment starting today. I am incredibly proud of the committees and their work on these standards. These are the strongest history standards in the entire country. These standards are pro-American, they're pro-American exceptionalism, and they strengthen civics and an understanding of our Constitution in every grade level. Underneath these standards, our children will learn the full and true context of our nation's founding and the principles that made America great and will continue to make us that exceptional country. In these standards, they champion the guidance that the Bible gave throughout American history. As we rolled out our Bible initiatives earlier in the year, this strengthens them by providing over 50 references to the Bible and Christianity. Our previous standards only had 2 references. So we have included the Bible and Christianity more in our history standards in the state of Oklahoma than any other state in the country. We also are unabashed about what we're doing with these standards. Voters elected President Trump with a clear mission to drive woke indoctrination out of our schools, to have no more left-wing content into our schools that undermine our education system and lie about American history. We are very excited about the work done with stakeholders on these standards. In these standards, we have more content around the tribal history of Oklahoma, including all of our tribes. We also strengthened requirements around teaching the impact and significance of the Tulsa Greenwood District, Black Wall Street, and the civil rights issues throughout Oklahoma history. It is important that our kids understand Oklahoma history. That includes our tribal partners, and that includes what we've seen happen in Tulsa. And so these are the most expansive standards the state's ever seen. Our children deserve better. Our children deserve more, and these standards deliver on that. I am proud that Oklahoma is taking the lead in putting President Trump's education agenda into practice. We are presenting a successful model that should be emulated by every state in the country on how to restore public education and eradicate radical woke influences on our schools. The next item that I wanted to bring to the board's attention are some of the new rules that we have made available for public comment as well. The first time you will see these for a vote would be either in January or February once the rules are completed with their open comment period. The first is going to be on immigration. What we've continued to see is the Biden administration allow illegal immigrants to pour across our country's border into our states, and has been a tremendous burden for the taxpayers of Oklahoma. We've already done one study that showed around $476 million were spent to educate the children of illegal immigrants. We have to know how many illegal immigrants are in our schools so that we know how to allocate resources, so that we know how to solve the issues that arise with that. We will continue to move forward to ensure that we are preventing any kind of illegal immigration movement into our state and into our schools. We also have a rule on a flag policy. We never want to see an issue like what happened in Edmond Public Schools again, where we have a rogue administrator taking an American flag away from a student. We want to promote patriotism here in the state of Oklahoma, not undermine it. We want our kids to have a love for this country. So we will protect our students by ensuring that the U.S. flag can be flown on all schools, campuses without infringement. We're also taking steps to further eradicate DEI programs from our schools. We want our systems to value and reward teachers and students based on their merit and ability, or as Martin Luther King Jr. so eloquently said, by the content of their character. We also have a new rule that will continue to assist this board in preventing the abuse of faculty to students. In this new rule, it will require school districts to report any teacher or administrator who resigns under the suspicion of abusing or neglecting a child. This board has taken tremendous action in pulling certificates and getting teachers and administrators out of the classroom that abuse kids. We have multiple on the agenda again today. We will be asking for this rule, though, to further strengthen it, so no more can a teacher, administrator, abuse a kid, resign, and have that story go away, and then we find them in another district years later. I know this is of the utmost importance to this board, and I know it's of the utmost importance to parents around the state, that they know that their kids are safe from those predatory actors. The other thing that I wanted to mention for the board today is we have put forth a proposal for new legislation that would require the election of superintendents all across the state. We have seen rogue superintendents that have operated outside of Oklahoma values. We've seen rogue superintendents that have disobeyed the law, pushed pornography in the classroom, undermined the effort of the voters of Oklahoma, and it's time that they're held accountable by their voters, by parents and grandparents in their community. This has been a huge problem all over the state. Requiring superintendents to be elected by the voters will change this. It will put more power in the hands of parents and grandparents. Parents are rightly mortified by the misconduct they've seen being swept under the rug by school administrators, and so this will help put that to an end. I will never back down to the unions and the woke mob that exerts their influence over our schools, and Oklahoma parents won't either. We are very excited about the proposals into this new year when it comes to standards, when it comes to professional development, and when it comes to assisting our schools with the largest literacy programs in the state. We will be presenting the board over the upcoming weeks some more of that information, but I truly believe we are set to have the best school year the state's had. So that ends my comments here to start the board meeting. I now want to dive into agenda item number 4.